to 15.7 trillion naira by the end of December 2018.
Senior Democrats have responded by accusing him of committing a gross offence.
The All Progressives Congress has vowed to punish the Oyo State Governor, Ibikule Amoso.
Welcome to Celebration Television News Desk. I am James Comfort and thank you so very much for joining us. Quickly, we'll be taking a look at the news making the headlines for today. From the local scene, I have never visited Dubai. Protest not cool, says Jawara. Federal government to partner philanthropists, agencies on health care delivery. From the foreign scene, Jeffrey Epstein accuser urges Prince Andrew to come clean. On business, we don't give loans directly to customers, says Central Bank of Nigeria. And on sports, 4 NBA stars named in Nigeria's World Cup squad. Stay with us as we bring you the details of the news just right after this time out. Welcome back. And now the news in details. I've never visited Dubai. Protest not cool, says Jawara. The convener of the Revolution Now protest, Omoyele Jawara, on Tuesday disputed the allegation by the Department of State Services that he met several times with foreign collaborators in Dubai, the United Arab Emirates, and other countries to strategize on how to topple President Muhammadu Buhari's government. He also debunked the agency's allegation that he received millions of dollars from the alleged collaborators at the meetings to sponsor widespread attacks on Nigeria with a view to toppling the Nigerian government. Jawara, the publisher of Sahara Reporters and a presidential candidate in the last poll, said contrary to the DSS claims, he had never visited Dubai or any other United Arab Emirates cities. He said he had never received any money from any person or organizations for the purpose of toppling government, adding that he had willingly provided his local and foreign bank account details to the DSS. He also said he never planned a coup as claimed by the DSS, but only mobilized Nigerians to address the crisis of corruption, maladministration, mismanagement of the economy, and insecurity. The activist, who has been in the DSS custody since August 2, 2019, made the rebuttal in a further affidavit filed on Tuesday before the Federal High Court in Abuja in support of his motion challenging the order for his detention, which the court issued at the instance of the DSS on August 8, 2019. Still from the local scene, trader money beneficiaries doing well, paying back, says Osibanjo. Vice President Yemi Osibanjo says feedback from the field and testimonies indicate that the trader money and market money beneficiaries are doing very well and are paying back their loans. Osibanjo's spokesman Laulu Akande, in a statement in Abuja, said the vice president had an interaction with newsmen after his assessment visit to markets in Kefi and massacre towns of Nasarawa State, where the trader money and market money schemes are being disbursed to traders. The vice president urged beneficiaries of the loan schemes to continue to pay back their loans so they could get more money and become very successful in business. Osibanjo said the target of the federal government in the next level was to expand the scheme to cover more traders and also increase the amount received to enable beneficiaries to expand their businesses. According to him, the trader money and market money schemes would be expanded to include more people in every state. He said more of the traders would get the trader money and market money loans. More news from the local scene. Makinde approves 447.2 million naira for 6 exercise books per pupil. The Oyo State Executive Council has approved 447.2 million naira for provision of 6 exercise books for each pupil and student in the state. The government also approved 832.6 million naira for the procurement of 100 units of vehicles for security agencies in the state. The State Commissioner for Information, Culture and Tourism, Dr. Wasiu Olatunbosu, made this known at the end of the Council's meeting in Ibadan on Tuesday. Olatunbosu, who said 100 units of CARMEL 1.4 executive automatic transmission vehicles would be purchased, stressed that adequate security was paramount in the programs of the Seyi Makinde administration. He said the resolve to procure vehicles to enhance the performance of the security agencies was in accordance with the campaign promise of the governor. The commissioner said it became necessary to make provision for the vehicular movement of the security operatives round the nooks and crannies of the state. Olatunbosu also said the council approved the distribution of exercise books for pupils and students in public primary and secondary schools. He said that the council approved the distribution of 6 exercise books for every pupil and student in public schools. Olatunbosu, who said that 447.2 million naira would be spent in providing the exercise books, reiterated the commitment of the state government to providing quality education. The commissioner also disclosed that enrollment of pupils and students in public primary and junior secondary schools stood at 252,644, while 211,157 students are in senior secondary schools. Last from the local and federal government to partner philanthropists, agencies and healthcare delivery. The federal government has expressed interest to partner with philanthropists and international agencies desirous of supporting healthcare services and human capital development. The Minister of State for Health, Dr. Olurunimbe Mamora, said this in a statement issued by the Assistant Director for Press and Publicity of the Ministry, Madam Eunice Akro, on Tuesday in Abuja. Mamora was receiving a team from Sir Emeka Ofo Foundation, a humanitarian NGO geared towards the upliftment of the welfare of the less privileged. The minister said human development remains one of the critical focus of the Muhammadu Buhari-led administration. He said partnerships in this line were welcome and would be of immense benefit to Nigerians. Mamora also commended the positive efforts of the foundation towards the health sector, particularly now that the country was working towards the attainment of a polio-free certification. The minister said that such contribution was highly welcome because government cannot do it alone. Ofo had earlier stated that the foundation since inception had demonstrated interest in key areas which are in tandem with the aspirations of the present administration in the health sector. The news agency of Nigeria, NAN, reports that the key areas include polio eradication as well as eradication of river blindness and unconscious cases. According to him, the health challenges had assumed an endemic proportion, with present statistics indicating that 32 of the 36 states of the Federation were affected. Ofo, however, said that stakeholders were working towards total elimination or drastic reduction of cervical cancer, a vaccine-preventable cancer through supply of medical consumables consisting of equipment and drugs. Coming up next is news from the foreign scene. We'll be right back.
The earthly spiritual action that will provoke heaven's divine reactions about to happen in the city of Dubai. Arab Emirates. 2019 in Suleiman, October expected.
Welcome back. And now foreign news. Jeffrey Epstein accuser urges Prince Andrew to come clean. A woman who accused the late financier Jeffrey Epstein of sex abuse and alleged that she was forced to have sex with Prince Andrew as a 70-year-old has urged the UK royal to come clean. Speaking after a hearing for alleged victims in the wake of Epstein's death, Virginia Golfey told reporters the prince knows what he has done. The Duke of York, however, denies the accusation. Epstein killed himself in his prison cell this month while awaiting trial on sex trafficking and conspiracy charges. The 66-year-old tycoon who once counted President Donald Trump, former President Bill Clinton and Prince Andrew as friends, was found unresponsive on 10th August. About 15 plaintiffs were given an opportunity to speak at the New York City court hearing that brings an end to the criminal case, which is now closed because of Epstein's death. The women spoke of their anger, saying Epstein had cheated justice by taking his own life. Prosecutors, however, have said that the investigation was ongoing and charges could still be brought against any co-conspirators. Still from the foreign scene, tributes paid to Dawda Jawara, Gambia's first leader. Tributes are being paid currently to Dawda Jawara, the Gambia's first president, who had died at the age of 95. The veteran politician led his country to independence from the UK in 1965, first serving as Prime Minister. After the Gambia, one of Africa's smallest nations, became a republic in 1970, he was elected president, surviving one attempted coup 11 years later with the help of troops from neighboring Senegal. But in 1994, he was overthrown by soldier Yahya Jammeh, whose 22-year rule was renowned for its human rights abuses. Afterwards, Dawda, who was knighted by Queen Elizabeth, lived in exile in the UK for 8 years but returned to Gambia, where he lived out his retirement. President Adama Barrow tweeted, "His passing is indeed a great loss to the country in particular and humanity in general." He was affectionately known as Kairaba Jawara, meaning peaceful Jawara. The Reuters news agency quotes a statement from the president's office as saying, "The government says his state funeral will take place on Thursday afternoon at Parliament." One former colleague fondly remembered him holding his own on the golf course on a trip to the United Kingdom. Business News is up next. We'll be right back with the details.
The earthly spiritual action that will provoke heaven's divine reactions about to happen in the city of Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Heavens 2019, in Sudan, October, expected.
Welcome back. On business, we don't give loans directly to customers, says Central Bank of Nigeria. The Central Bank of Nigeria has said that there are clearly spelled out procedures for accessing its intervention funds, which are disbursed through participating financial institutions such as deposit money banks, development finance institutions, and microfinance banks. It stated that its attention had been drawn to fraudulent messages in the social media requesting unsuspecting loan seekers and owners of small-scale businesses to apply for loans provided by the federal government through an email address empowermentcbnloan@gmail.com, purportedly being handled by the Central Bank of Nigeria. The Director of Corporate Communication, CBN, Isaac Okorafor, stated that while the Central Bank of Nigeria had several development financial intervention programs from which different categories of businesses had benefited and still benefits, the bank did not do so through direct interaction with prospective applicants. He stated that members of the public, particularly youth and owners of small-scale businesses, are therefore advised to disregard any message requesting them to send their personal details, including mobile phone numbers, to emails such as empowermentcbnloan@gmail.com or any other that may be contrived. He described the messages as fake and warned that anyone who entered into correspondence with them did so at his or her own risk. Still in business, electricity tariffs grow threefold in 4 years. Electricity tariffs have increased by more than 300% in the last 4 years, investigation has shown. Although the government has always predicted increases in tariffs on the need for appropriate cost for better service delivery to its citizens, consumers continue to view poor services. Within the period of time, electricity generation has remained poor, while distribution has even been poorer. Investors that took over the running of the electricity distribution, carved out from the defunct Power Holding Company of Nigeria in 2013 demanded a cost-reflective tariff. In June 2015, the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission issued new electricity tariffs that became effective for commercial and industrial consumers from April 1, 2015. The NEC also declared that the tariff for residential consumers would become effective from July 1, 2015. NEC stated that the charges in its new order were in two parts. There was a fixed monthly charge, that there was a charge for electricity consumption, the energy charge, which was measured in kilowatts per hour. Fixed charge was the component of the tariff that committed electricity consumers to paying an approved amount of money, not minding whether electricity was consumed during the billing period or not. The charges for residential consumers using single-phase or three-phase meters in Category R2 were given, taking those of four electricity distribution companies: Benin, Ibadan, Ikeja, and Eco Discos. NEC revealed that power users would have to pay their bills depending on what obtained in their respective discos. On sports news, Nigeria's Iron Lady meets $10,000 requirement, returns to boxing ring. We'll be back with the details of this news after this break.
At least spiritual action that will provoke heaven's divine reactions about to happen in the city of Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Open Heavens 2019, Apostle Johnson Suleiman, October. Expected.
Welcome back. And now, sports news. Nigeria's Iron Lady meets $10,000 requirement, returns to boxing ring. Nigeria's Helen Iron Lady Joseph is set for action against Martina Hingis from Hungary on Thursday in her bumpy return to professional boxing. The super bantamweight fight, holding at the Foxwoods Resort, Mashantucket, Connecticut, United States, is the second for the 30-year-old after a one-year competition drought occasioned by lack of sponsorship. On April 3rd, Joseph ended the one-year break by defeating Edina Keys, another Hungarian, by unanimous decision in a six-round super bantamweight in New York. The news agency of Nigeria, NAN, reports that the path to Thursday was rocky for the talented US-based boxer who had to buy the fight. This means that with promoters and sponsors still nowhere to be found, she had to personally raise the $10,000 demanded by organizers to give her an opponent. This she did through the sale of tickets with the assistance of the Nigerian consulate in New York, which has been of great financial and moral support. Also nicknamed the Princess of Africa, Joseph's 15-year career boasts of an impressive 21-fight record of 16 wins, including 10 knockouts, 2 draws, and 3 unjust defeats. Still on sports, Team Nigeria move up to 4th after 12th African Games. Team Nigeria to the 12th African Games in Morocco on Tuesday moved up the medals table to the 4th position with 20 gold, 13 silver, and 16 bronze medals. The development meant Nigeria, who were second at the 2015 Games, now have a total of 49 medals after 12 days of competition and with only 4 days of competition left. The news agency of Nigeria reports that Games tagged Rabat 2019 and slated for August 19 to August 31st had begun on August 16 and will end on Saturday. The medals table has defending champions Egypt leading with 40 gold, 64 silver, and 38 bronze medals for a total of 142. South Africa are in second position with 56 medals comprising 25 gold, 17 silver, and 14 gold, while host Morocco are in third place. They are with 22 gold, 21 silver, 29 bronze in a total of 72 medals. Algeria are in fifth place, hot on the heels of Nigeria with 19 gold, 19 silver, and 39 bronze in a total of 77 medals. Tunisia are also close behind the front runners in sixth place with 18 gold, 15 silver and 19 bronze in a total haul of 52 medals. NAN reports that only 36 of the participating countries have gained places on the Games medals table. On sports still, 4 NBA stars named in Nigeria's World Cup squad. The Tigers head coach Alex Jawara has listed 4 NBA stars in his final 12-man list to represent Nigeria at the 2019 FIBA Men's Basketball World Cup in China. Jawara listed captain Ike Diogu alongside Ike Iroegbu, Benjamin Uzo, Al-Farouk Aminu, Zana Talib, and Stanley Okoye. He also included Vincent Nnamdi, just as Chimeze Metu, Jordan Nwora, and Joshua Okogie also made the squad. EuroLeague 2016 and 17 championship winner and EuroLeague Final 4 MVP Ekpe Udo is also in line to make his debut for the Tigers alongside Michael Eric. But there was no place for the trio of Alade Aminu, Ike Nwamu, and Deji Akindele, a decision Nwora admitted was not an easy one. Nwora, who guided Nigeria to become the first country to qualify for the World Cup, said expectations are high for the team to perform. Nigeria, currently ranked 33rd in the world, defeated Dominican Republic 18th, Canada 23rd, Poland 25th, and Montenegro 28th as part of their preparations for the 2019 FIBA World Cup. Grouped alongside Argentina, Nigeria will start their World Cup campaign against the Europeans on Saturday in the Chinese city of Wuhan. And that's the size of the news for today from Celebration Television News Desk. But just in case you missed out, here is a recap of the headlines. From the local scene, I have never visited Dubai. Protest, not coup, says Jawara. Federal government to partner philanthropist agencies on health care delivery. From the foreign scene, Jeffrey Epstein accuser urges Prince Andrew to come clean. On business, we don't give loans directly to customers, says Central Bank of Nigeria. And on sports, 4 NBA stars named in Nigeria's World Cup squad. Do not forget to stay connected to us on our social media platforms to be kept abreast and updated of news and other events as they unfold. On Facebook, it is Celebration TV. On Twitter, @MyCelebrationTV. On Instagram, MyCelebrationTV. And on YouTube, Celebration TV. I am James Comfort, and thank you so very much for joining us.
To 15.7 trillion naira at the end of December 2019.
Responded by accusing him of committing a gross offense.
The All Progressives Congress has vowed to punish the Oyo State Governor Ibikule Amoso